Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. Today we're finally taking a look at Dragon's Devil Fruit, his hybrid form, and all the insane possibilities. Dragon, fire serpent, or full-on mythological creature, all based on the recent One Piece manga. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, the Elbaf arc is absolutely on fire, with chapter 1170 showing Loki calling down lightning with the mythical hammer and breaking ancient curses. And that gets everyone thinking about Dragon's hidden powers, the guy who always shows up in the middle of absurd storms. Back in chapter 100 in Logia, Dragon is just standing there while crazy winds, heavy rain, and a lightning bolt strike exactly to save Luffy from execution. Like the weather obeys him without hesitation. In chapter 586, when he rescues Sabo, violent winds appear out of nowhere to help the escape, proving Dragon doesn't just call storms, he commands them like they're part of his body. The theory that hits the hardest is a mythical zoan dragon, similar to Kaido in chapter 921, with the Seiryu that controls rain, wind, and thunder. But Dragon would have an exclusive version, maybe the Ryuryu no Mi model? Ryujin, the Japanese god of storms and seas. The hybrid form would be insane. Tall body with shiny green scales, twisted horns, massive wings, and a serpent-like tail, flying fast while creating hurricanes just by moving his hands or blowing gusts. Another fan favorite is Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec feathered serpent that controls wind, rain, and lightning. Perfect match for the weather chaos in Logia. Hybrid design, there would be human torso with vibrant, colorful feathers, feathered serpent wings, sharp reptile eyes, and a stretched body flying while shooting tornadoes or summoning storm clouds to drop lightning in an area. If it's a fire serpent, it could be a heavy Nomi model. Yamada no Orochi with a flame twist, but Dragon has only shown wind and rain so far, no fire, which makes fire less likely, despite the word dragon screaming flames in Western myths. In chapter 440, Dragon drops the epic Winds of Change line, which defines him and reinforces the air theme. But if you mix it with a Western dragon, you get burning windstorms. Hybrid Western dragon design, red armor-like scales, huge bat wings, sharp horns, and a breath attack, mixing fire and slicing winds, creating flaming tornadoes that wipe out whole fleets. Let's list the main wild possibilities. Pure Eastern dragon, like Shenlong, granting wishes with clouds and storms. Hybrid with long whiskers and an eternal rain aura. Western wyvern, dragon with fire and aerial venom. Winged hybrid tank, perfect for dominating the sky against marines. Fire serpent like a mythical basilisk. Coils burning with hot venom, crawling hybrid that sets everything on fire while unleashing scorching winds. Mythical creatures. Thunderbird, from native nations, controlling thunder and wind. Hybrid with electric feathers, claws, and wings that fire non-stop lightning. Undia Namaru, with two heads controlling rain and rivers. Hybrid with one head blowing cold wind and the other balancing fire. Norsa Yermagander, world serpent with storms. Colossal hybrid wrapping around battles, creating massive tides and maritime windstorms. In chapter 1097, Kuma's flashback shows Dragon chilling with his cape, flying in strong winds, like the air is just an extension of him. Pure Wind Logia. The Kaze no Mi would let him turn fully intangible and attack with air blades. No classic hybrid, just a body that disappears into breezes for revolutionary covert missions. But mythical zoans elevate leaders to god level, like Sengoku as Buddha in chapter 571 or Emu in chapter 1085, making Dragon the perfect counterpart as the storm god. If Paramecia, maybe the Fufu no Mi or Arashi no Mi, controlling global weather without turning into a creature. Hybrid form only comes with zoans, so a dragon or mythic serpent would give him an absurd visual. Human with draconic details normally, exploding into full form for final wars. God Valley in chapter 1160 connects legendary fruits to ancient rewards. Dragon could have gotten a top fruit there, like a wind fruit the Celestials feared. Aztec Tlaloc, god of violent rain. Hybrid with ritual masks in hand summoning floods with wild winds. Japanese Susanoo, god of sea storms, hybrid with the sword-cutting clouds and creating aerial tsunamis. Loki's lightning in chapter 1170 mirrors the saving lightning in Logia. Dragon could easily surpass it by dropping thunder in hybrid form. If full fire serpent like Nidhogg burning roots, but wind still wins, winds, hybrid with burning coils spinning hurricanes. The most likely option is an eastern storm dragon, elegant and imposing hybrid with shimmering scales and mist, flying invisible inside storms for stealth operations. The manga is speeding toward the post-Elbaf finale, and Dragon's Fruit is going to be the perfect balance against Luffy's Nika in chapter 1044, awakening in the battle against the Gorosei. If Dragon's Fruit is truly a mythical zoan tied to storms, the decisive point isn't the full transformation, it's the awakening. And that's where One Piece always shifts into a different league, awakened. Mythical zoans don't just boost physical strength, they rewrite the environment and the narrative around them, just like we saw with Nika in chapter 1044. In Dragon's case, awakening wouldn't mean getting stronger, but turning the world's climate into an ideological weapon. Constant storms aren't just destruction. They break trade routes, isolate islands under government control, block buster calls, shut down communications, and make total domination impossible. That fits perfectly with the Revolutionary Army's philosophy, not conquering territory, but making control unsustainable. That's why Dragon is never shown fighting directly. He sets the stage. At the peak of the final arc, while Luffy faces Imu as the symbol of freedom, Dragon plays the opposite role, structural collapse. Dark skies, violent seas, and chaotic winds would become the permanent backdrop of the final war, something even the Gorosei can't fully suppress. Dragon's definitive hybrid form probably isn't grotesque or monstrous, but solemn. Unlike Kaido's brutality, it represents natural authority, upright posture, calm gaze, and an aura of constant atmospheric pressure. Every step shifts the wind, every gesture reroutes the clouds. That explains why powerful characters never attack him directly. Fighting Dragon isn't fighting a man, it's fighting the weather itself, and that connects directly to Imu. If Imu represents artificial and absolute control over the world, Dragon is the opposite, the natural force that cannot be owned. It's no coincidence the world government erases islands using ancient weapons, while Dragon erases the stability of the system itself. Their clash wouldn't be fists against fists. It would be sky against throne. Another key detail, Dragon never uses his storms to kill civilians. The weather always appears in surgical moments, escapes, collapses of public executions, strategic withdrawals. That implies complete mastery, not chaos. A full awakening would allow him to create safe zones within the storm, protecting allies while crushing the enemy. In the final climax, while Nika's sun tears open the sky, that sky shouldn't be clean. It should be heavy, charged, alive. The perfect stage for the sun god only exists because the storm god set it beforehand. Dragon won't steal the spotlight. He'll make sure the world is ready to change. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.